Crimechurch by Michael Botur. Winston's story. Chapter 7. Wish Marty was there. Mona's parked beneath Smith City. I meet her and we're awkward and nervous. She apologises for how long it takes to find her car keys and open the door and seal us in. Her car is like a coffin, full of perfume and beanie babies. All that's down here is a couple of staff vehicles and some dumpsters. It's private, it's secret, it's dim. It makes my stomach bubble with excitement. But gangsters do business in car parks. I need to get used to this. So we sit in the front of her vehicle. Mona packs weed into her vaporizer. She hands me the first puff while she squeezes Clearasil onto her wrist and dabs her spots. Her little Honda hatchback, it's got piles of High Times magazines in the back, along with a massive hunk of amethyst geode the size of a basketball and lots of empty bottles of spirulina and girly oils, plus sacks of icing sugar and cocoa, flour, baking trays, and there are pajamas too. And a makeup mirror and a black garbage bag full of clothes, leaking panties and bras, and makes me think of her tits. There's also a fluffy blanket with redskin Indians and wolves on it. I don't like what she's up to, like her style, her drug intake, trying to fly solo without a man, pining for Marty. I want to help her without doing the whole boyfriend thing, because you don't fuck with your brother's missus. That's a capital offence. So, she's been dancing at Calendar Girls, which I think is dumb, but she sells decent weed and fudge with weed in it, so I've been seeing her a couple of times a month, buying ounces to sell to the boys. Much as I hate my brother, I like the way that she's an ambassador for him, like the way she tells little news stories about him. I can tell he's asked her to convince me he's worth loving. What's the blanket for, the one with wolves on it? I ask her, and cramped in the dark car in the dark basement garage. I sleep here some nights when there are dicks at my flat. She takes sips from her vaporizer. It strains and distorts her voice, makes it sound like she's gasping for breath. Well, one dick primarily. Vag, I guess, not dick. It's that shameless Shayna. Bitch has taken over my life, I swear to God. I've got to what's that shit they give you at the doctors to put you to sleep? Anesthetic? Yeah, I've got to take anesthetic to kill her out of my life. Mona pulls a bottle of pills out of a stuffed unicorn plush toy, taps one onto her finger and gulps it back. I recognise them from when Mumsy had surgery on her hip. Morphine. Possibly lifted from my parents' place. You could always move out of Christchurch. So could you. In the awkward chasm, she reaches forward and skips forward a few songs from Lip Biscuit to Evanescent. I take a half sip from the vape that still makes a cough bulge up my throat. She hands me a piece of weed fudge, using as a placemat in this journal that she's been keeping that's got fruity lettering written in sparkly glitter. It reads, Court Sucks Trust. Shayna staunched over Mumsy and Dad. I wish Marty was there for that one. I didn't hear about this. She hears Evanescence on the stereo and turns it up and whiles along. Wake me up inside, call my name, just save me from the nothing I become. Oh, sorry, I love that song. Save me from the nothing I've become. I like that. But yeah, did Shayna rob your house or something? She's stolen half my shit. That's why I keep my amethyst in the car. I smack my fist into my palm. That Jade slatter, he can't, honest to God, if I see him and I got a gun, he's dead. You know anyone? I know every crook in this fucking city, Mona goes. But I'm not giving you tools. Crossbow, I reckon that's the way to go, and it's legal. I got a crossy. My dad got us into archery when we were little. Pow! Arrow right through the heart. Plus, you don't need a gun license to get one. You just walk into her fingertips on my ear. You've got his cheekbones, she begins, and pushes her face into my neck. Her lips walk onto my jawbone. I drop into a pool of shivery warmth. I grab her hand, pull it onto the cock, pushing against the crotch of my jeans. She rolls onto me, pushing her squishy flesh onto me. She reclines the seat. We wriggle around each other till she's under me. She has tugged her denim skirt up to expose her pink, childish Dora the Explorer knickers without me having to do any work. She's tried to enter, but Mona knows how to take control. She spits on her hand. She greases my cock. I'm just about to come when I finally get it in her. All the tension, the hatred, lust for violence, lust for Anushka, feelings for my mum. Why my blood surges when I think of Marty. It all comes concentrating into a canal in the middle of me and comes surging pushing out inside her. She tilts her head back, exposing the bumps in her tender throat. I bite, I suck. She digs her fingernails into my shoulders hard enough to rip my court shirt. And then something about a wallet, and I'm frozen with embarrassment. God, I'm an idiot. I hand her cash with shaky fingers, try to set up another, date or whatever the hell she calls this. Hey, listen, that was really nice just then, Mona, and if you want to do it again, and shh, dude, listen. The building groans. Dust drizzles onto the windscreen of her car as the ceiling of concrete above us shifts. Out in the daylight, on Colombo Street, big blocks of masonry, mortar, concrete topple from all these old buildings I never noticed before, squishing prams, squishing bicycles. Gargoyles fall and shatter on the road. A bus is squished. I stare at it, waiting for a stream of frightened humans to emerge, but no one comes out. Mona, parked in the middle of an intersection, screams at me to get back in her car. She can't do much more than 20 k's an hour, dribbling along almost a ferry road on tyres that are about to pop, somewhere in a minefield of spilled produce and escaped chickens and windscreen glass. A tyre from nowhere rolls across the intersection, disobeying a red light. A cloud of bees hovers around an overturned ute. We've made God mad. We've bumped the pillars. The temple is toppling. My dad, I have to go to him. Mona reaches across me and opens my door. Walk, you! The city is stunned. Everyone has slowed or stopped. Sirens. Helicopters. Over the city centre, I can see black smoke staining the sky like spilled oil as flames push it up, right over where that community TV building is. Or used to be. I can't see it anymore. Something makes the ground rumble. Aftershock! I watch as a hunk of chimney falls down. The boom comes a heartbeat later. I keep my walk on, well, a fast shuffle, and then I'm jogging. I'm trying to dial as I run, trying to ignore the little crying girl clutching the guinea pig who wanders up for me and asks for a drink of juice. I jog through Hagley Park, endless forest, green plains, and I burst out into the endless miles of Morehouse Ave's car yards, hundreds of vehicles locked in a jigsaw puzzle, staining the air with noise. One car is flowing out of the yard like lava, a driver at the wheel, asleep, or maybe dead. Mobile, Z, Animates, Dive HQ, the liquor shop where people are sprinting out with bottles, loading the boots of their cars. Sandy juice squirts out of the little slits in the ground and settles in little brown hills. Trees shiver sticks all over the footpaths. Water oozes onto the roads, and circling cars or sucking their wheels down. The air has gone grey. Lincoln Road is clogged, honking, sirens, screams. A train is stopped on the tracks. The barrier arms are down and bleating and won't go up. I crawl into a train carriage. I hop down on the other side. My shoulder hunched against my ear as I try to dial Mumsy and Dad on my mobile. Outside the Miller Tavern in Addington are 3 weird stripes of blood, 2 sets of car keys. Nobody there stops to speak to me. I jog on towards Barrington, Spraydon, through the pyramids of sand, over the burst scabs in the tarmac. I try to leap over every pool of blood, but I find but one, this shrapnel spatter of blood that's like a dozen nosebleeds all over a jumble of pink lunchboxes and Finding Nemo drink bottles. The blood spatter, the lunchboxes, it's right outside a daycare centre. The kids are being herded into a van. I run through, reach a lake that used to be a park, used to be a playground. A fountain, a water pipe spraying into the air like an elephant's trunk. I wash the kids' blood off my shoes in the Milo-coloured water. I'm praying as I sprint. I promise God, if he spares my family, I'll do something major in this world. Give me a chance, Lord. Don't let the earth gobble me up. I hit the Hillmorton shops where dusty people in shorts pass boxes of bread around. Then I'm passing Tankerville Road, hitting Warren Crescent. Finally I'm on Charles Upham Ave. I'm bursting inside number 91, pressing myself against Mumsy's boobs. She's home for me, and falling into the tent Dad has built around the back.